watching Justice with Judge Mablean. Rebecca Hall is suing Charles Rios in the amount of $1,100 for the cost to replace her parrot. Mr. Rios claims he had nothing to do with the demise of her bird.
In the matter of Rebecca Hall versus Charles Rios, it's my understanding that Ms. Hall, you're suing for $1,100, which you claim is the value of a very, very valuable talking parrot that you allege that Mr. Rios killed. Mr. Rios says, I didn't kill your parrot. Your friend let him out the window. So let's find out what really happened.
We were just having a exotic pet club meeting. I own an exotic pet shop. And once a month, me and 6 of my pretty close friends, they come over to my house, they bring their exotic animals, and then, we talk, we drink a little bit of wine, and
A little bit
of wine.
I know what that means.
Depending on the day.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular afternoon, Charlie and his girlfriend Samantha had a little bit more than normal. I go into the kitchen and just getting some snacks together, and I hear this rustling in the cage and then squawking. So obviously I run in because I'm not sure what's going on with Pappy, that's my parrot. And I run in, and the next thing Pappy's not in his cage. There's feathers everywhere. His cage door is open, and what seems to be blood is in the cage.
Wow.
And when I walked in first, I saw Charlie holding his iguana, putting it back into his cage. And when I left originally, his iguana was in the cage.
Okay, did you ask around to find out what had happened?
I did, actually. My friend Amanda was there.
All right, then let me hear from Miss Amanda.
Yes. Hi.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Amanda Burns.
All right, now you were at this gathering.
Yeah, that's correct.
Tell me what you saw.
Okay, so I saw, I was in the same living room as Samantha and Charlie, and I was talking to my friend Gina while looking outside the window. And in the corner of my eye, I saw Charlie with his iguana Twink walking towards Pappy's cage. And that's when I went to go help Rebecca in the kitchen.
And then as you went toward the kitchen, what else did you observe?
I heard the banging and the squawking in Pappy's cage, and then that's when Charlie was walking away from Pappy's cage with his iguana.
Coming up.
He says you were sauced with 2 drinks. How many did you have?
About 3 or 4, Your Honor.
Okay, so you were more sauced than she.
No, Your Honor.
She had about 2. You had 3 or 4.
Closed captioning provided by
Charlie Owens TV Los Angeles.
You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Rebecca Hall, who is suing Charles Rios for killing her pet parrot.
And did you see what happened to Pappy?
He was gone.
Just gone. Poof, disappeared, huh?
Yeah.
Poof, you're gone.
Yeah.
All right, the disappearing cage act of the parrot. Thank you, Ms. Burns. You may be seated. Mr. Rios, let me hear from you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to make this short and sweet for you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I should not be here today. May I present a picture of Twink, my iguana? Now, Twink is an herbivore.
What's his name? Twink.
Twink, yes, ma'am. Now, Twink is an herbivore. He does not eat squab, ostrich, herbivore, Your Honor. Now, on the day of the event, Your Honor, what actually happened was I was in the room, and I did take Twink out of his cage, and I put him on my lap. And what actually happened was Amanda wanted to show me some lizards outside the window. She opened the window to try and show me some lizards. She was a bit soused that evening. She had a couple glasses of wine, and she bumped into the cage and opened Pappy's cage. Pappy flew out the window, and she also dropped wine into the cage, so that's what may appear as blood to Becky.
A bump opened the cage?
She
What
banged
kind of
it.
cage is this that a bump would open it?
It was one of the circular
No, it would
cages.
not.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm asking the questions now. Amanda, Ms. Burns, step forward. What do you say to his statement that you were looking out of the window, which you claim was on the other side of the room?
Exactly. I was on the other side of the room.
And you called him over to show him to look out of the window. So which window was she looking out of? The one on the other side of the room?
Yes, the one closest to the bird cage. To Patsy's
said
cage.
she was looking out the window on the other side of the room.
I know, Your Honor. I'm trying to tell you the
But you
events
say it was
that
a
happened.
different window.
Correct.
Was there a window near the bird cage?
There are
There
two
was,
windows in the
yeah.
room.
Okay.
They're both fairly large. One is nearby to the bird cage, and the other on the other side of the room.
Okay. You say you were at the window opposite side of the bird cage,
Closest to the kitchen, yeah.
closest to the kitchen.
Yes.
He says you were in another room. He says you were sauced with 2 drinks. How many did you have?
About 3 or 4, Your Honor.
Okay, so
But,
you were more sauced than she.
I mean, no, Your Honor.
You said she had about 2. You had 3 or 4.
She had 2, but then she had another 2 after.
Your testimony was about 2 drinks.
Judge Mablean's verdict when justice with Judge Mablean returns. Promotional consideration provided by. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
I find your testimony to be rather incredible, rather unbelievable. I really do. Because what you have said did not make sense. I mean, it's just so divergent. She's on one side of the room at one window. You have her at a different window. Packy's your iguana is in the cage 5 minutes, but he couldn't eat at that bird. The cage just came open because she bumped the cage. She drank 2 glasses of wine. You drank 3 or 4. So you drink more wine than she. So I think she was much more credible and was probably in a better state of mind than you. Therefore, judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,100.
Your friend Amanda let the bird out the window, and now I have to pay for a bird that's not even dead.
You were always jealous of Packy and him.